Live from Los Angeles, here's Everyway Woman.
We're back with our Women in the Newsroom Faces of Los Angeles segment. And the person we're spotlighting today is Sunita Joshua Matheson.
You got that all out. I know.
She is an anchor and news person with Crown City News here in Pasadena.
Absolutely.
Sehnita, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got there.
Okay. Well, you know, I've been producing for quite some time. I started first off with the Judge Judy, a little judge named Judy. So I was on that program for a while. And from there, I moved to Tell Pictures. There was the Larry Elder Show. So I was producing for that. It was a great experience. We had all different types of topics. And I've just loved producing all, you know, from the beginning. I just think it's a great way to be a lifelong learner. You're always learning something new. You're always meeting new people. So it's a great experience. And then moving to Pasadena, I was looking around, wanted to get involved in the local community, and I just had this great opportunity finding Crown City News, Tammy Devine there. And you know, Tammy has just been such a great mentor for me.
So how would let's say a young lady who's interested in pursuing journalism, what are some of the educational requirements that she may need or to pursue that?
Yeah. You know, journalism is tough right now because obviously, you know, there are newsrooms laying off people and, you know, cutting back staff and all of that. So it's not an exciting time to be in journalism unless you love it. And that's with everything. You know, you really have to have a passion for it, and I do. So you just have to throw yourself in there, basically.
But are there more, besides being in a newsroom, can there be maybe writing for newspapers or articles for magazines? Is there other avenues, aspects of journalism that can be pursued that might still be interesting?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, you don't just have to go to journalism school because it is expensive. But, you know, you can do writing. You can, you know, just like you're doing here with Everyway Woman, you know, if you have an idea for a show, make it happen. You know, don't wait for someone else to have the show. Make it happen yourself. So there's all different ways to get involved, especially now with all the technology out there. You can do podcasts. You can, you know, write blogs.
YouTube and everything.
Exactly. That though also is making it much more competitive because now everybody's got a camera on their phone.
That's true.
So now everybody's calling themselves a cameraman. And the quality though, it's like how do you do your own thing but you keep that quality?
Well, that's the thing. That's why you have to have the passion for it. So you have to find something that's going to be your niche, something that you can say, I'm an expert at this. So don't just go to, you know, Jane over there, or, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. I know what I'm talking about here. So that's what we're all trying to do, right?
So let's talk about some of the women in journalism right now that are doing some great things. It was just a big announcement was made yesterday. Talk about that one.
Well, so that was Katie Couric or Ann Curry?
Ann Curry.
Ann Curry, you know, I am just rooting for Ann Curry because Ann Curry was just the underdog. You know, she was on the Today Show, but was she? You know, they always put her in that you know, small little box. And it's like, Ann, a little to the left, a little to the left. They were always moving her around, moving her off. And now she's the big dog. And I'm excited for her because, you know, she's an everyway woman. She
really is.
She really is.
And one of the things I like too now about news is you see so many more, you know, so much more diversity now.
Right.
You don't have to be blonde and blue-eyed. Now we got everybody.
Absolutely.
And I'm rooting for Ann Curry
Well, also
too.
you don't have to be a man. Before it was just men, and now it's like we have women that are sexy, not so sexy. We have the glamorous, the not so glamorous. And of course it all boils down to having that passion that you're talking about.
That's excellent. Barbara Walters told a wonderful story in her memoirs about just having to fight up that ladder and see where she is today.
Yeah.
So we have really made some strides. Let me ask you this. You're in Crown City. You're locally. Tell us some exciting things that are going on around here.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of changes. There's always something with the schools, you know, school board. So upcoming this summer, they're looking for a new superintendent, which, you know, is a big deal because they really like their superintendent, Edwin Diaz, and he's not going to be there anymore. And it really just shows how tough it is in education.
What do you get inspiration for your stories that you do? What's your inspiration?
You know, it's just listening to everyday people, meeting people. In fact, just recently we did a segment talking about Bobby Fischer. Now, do you guys know who Bobby Fischer is? Well, you know, he's the chess master. A lot of people know the name Bobby Fischer, and there's been movies, and there was just a documentary on HBO. And I was like, I've heard the name Bobby Fischer, but I really couldn't tell you anything about him besides that he plays chess. So just the fact that I wanted to learn learn more about Bobby Fischer. That's why I did the segment.
Okay.
And that's why I talked to a local, someone with the Pasadena Chess Club who had actually played with Bobby Fischer
wow.
back in the 60s.
Wow.
And really followed his career closely. So that was very exciting to me.
And how do you do all this and you have a beautiful baby?
I have a
How can
tiny
you do all
She
of
is
this?
an everyday woman.
Yeah, and you look good.
And she looks fabulous.
Well, thank you, thank you. You know, I think just what they were saying before in the motherhood segment, that, you know, if you're not happy, you need to have other outlets.
Right.
Because I love my kid to death, I really do. But, you know, I want to have other things to show him about. You know, show him, have him meet new people, have him experience new things.
Right.
So it all goes together.
And you're also working for the future of your children and for the better life that you guys want. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, Sunita, it was a pleasure spotlighting you
Thank
Yes.
you.
for our Faces of LA.
Well, I
Thank you for
appreciate you having
joining
us
us.
here. You are all lovely.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank our guests for joining us today. Sehnita, Joshua Matheson, Jillian Lauren, and Michelle Rivera from Mommy Hood to Hollywood. But most importantly, we'd like to thank you for joining us. If you'd like to continue the dialogue, please join us at everywaywoman.com. If you'd like to be a part of the show, email our producers at producers@everywaywoman.com. Until next time, good night.
This has been an Everyway Woman production.